Dog Park Adjacent is a modern crime noir, and it was born from personal loss and inspired by the song Tea for Two by Pink Martini. It evolved from a short film to a full length feature, and I'm filming it in segments of 10 to 12 minutes on my cell phone. This is my first filmed project, and it's a challenge that I'm embracing at 54 years old. Because of the budget, I shoot a lot of the scenes as a solo filmmaker, but this is a collaborative effort, and you can join this team by supporting us on Patreon. Patreon subscribers get early access to episodes, and after that, they'll be on YouTube. Episode 2 is called Requiem for a Dawn. I hope you enjoy Dog Park Adjacent. Thanks for watching.
What did he do? You asked me to kill him. Of course it matters what he did.
Doing the most, but I can't find. I still want your clothes, I want your clothes, I want your clothes even when you're doing the most, but I can't find. Still want your clothes, I want your clothes, even when you're
What?
Have you seen it?
He's not here.
Where is he?
Who wants to know?
We have a problem.
What is it now?
The lawyer's dead.
Fuck! Again?
Oh, what the actual fuck?
It just happened.
You didn't think to check that motherfucker for a gun?
I did. I mean,
Clearly you didn't.
what am I supposed to do with the body?
Disaster. We're gonna have to call a meeting.
What am I supposed to do with the body?
Lawyer.
What am I supposed to do with the body?
Take him to the pet crematorium.
They can take a human in a pet crematorium?
Lenny can stuff just about anything in there. So remind him that he owes me and just tell him to put it on my tab.
You have a tab at a pet crematorium?
Of course not. But I tip the guy heavy for anything bigger than a schnauzer, and he doesn't ask any questions.
Hey Siri, call Fatlock on speaker.
Calling Jerry, mobile on speaker.
Hey Jerry, it's Billy. How you doing? How'd you like to come spend the weekend in Palm Springs?
We would love to have a place like this.
Can't afford a place like this.
Neither can I. It's my brother's. Come on over.
uncomfortable disrobing. It's because my brother made fun of me because I was fat. But I've since then had boyfriends who made me feel really good about myself. Yeah. Where's your brother?
This time every year he goes to Wasteland Weekend where he's LARPing around in the desert playing Road Warrior. He's going to be back on Sunday and I'm not looking forward to it.
What's that?
That's why you're here. We need a lawyer.
Who's we?
About 10 years ago, the gay business owners formed an investment club with the idea that we give each other discounts and use each other business.
And why do an investment club need a lawyer?
Just to make sure that all the dealings of the club are above board.
And we cover it up if they're not.
I don't say that.
You didn't have to.
The point of the lawyer is to protect the specific club members from any legal liabilities.
So you keep the business owners' dealings at arm's length, and that way they can scrub their hands at everybody that's caught. Smart.
Right, but there's a catch. The club has a concierge service.
What kind of concierge service?
Well, I can't get into details until the club retains you, but each of the club members is allowed to sell gift bags, and all the bags look alike, so there's no way of telling which business provided which bag.
What's in the bag?
The club doesn't exist.
Sorry.
The club doesn't know, and the club doesn't want to know, hence all the bags look alike, and we get a bike courier to deliver the last mile.
And what's his job in all this?
Just to move the money in the bags around.
But he's trafficking in illegal goods?
You don't know that,
Unless you look at the bag.
and you can't ever look in the bag.
You know what's in the bag?
Oh, I know what's in the bag.
But he can't know.
He can't ever know.
So, what kind of money we talking?
If you do the job right, you can name your own price. It's really just based around the expenses for your deliveries.
So, then, what do I have to do?
There's a wake tomorrow.
We don't have clothes for a funeral.
Well, I say it's a wake, but really it's more of a pool party. And it's Palm Springs, so clothing is discouraged.
That urn looks like an ice bucket.
We're not spending any more money.
So, I've never seen a clothing optional wake before.
This is a first for me as well.
How did that last lawyer die again?
Really didn't say.
Don't you think we ought to know?
I think not knowing things is the key to this job.
Well, we're just supposed to stay willfully ignorant. Why don't we just move to fucking Florida?
Ugh. Too much humidity. You know I prefer the desert.
Crap.
What?
I just saw someone I really don't want to see. Never mind.
How much did it cost? Shh. They're not paying for anything. They wouldn't even pay to cater his funeral. They made it into a Baptist potluck where everyone brings a covered dish and an unresolved issue.
Well, this isn't just some party. This is a memorial. You can't put a price tag on remembering a fallen friend.
Sure you can. Welcome to capitalism. Everyone's a whore and everything has a price. It's just about contract terms. What are you, new?
So cynical.
I oscillate between cynical and being naive. I like to think that nothing impresses me until something much too obvious does.
Well, how much did it cost?
Jesus, y'all are some cheap-ass motherfuckers.
Y'all didn't answer my question.
He wanted a plinth with an eternal flame beside wherever we spread his ashes. He got what he wanted. More or less.
More or less?
How much does an eternal flame cost?
Well, the eternal flame package costs 120,000.
120,000?
A year?
A year? Are you fucking kidding me?
Which is why I settled for the basic eternal flame package.
And how much was that?
Only 45,000.
Only 45,000?
What's the difference?
Well, the Eternal Flame package is on 24/7, but the basic Eternal Flame package is on 8:30 to 5:30 Monday through Friday, and neither one of them are on during fire season.
Can we just concentrate on Augie? He was such a fine person.
He was a cheap bastard. There, I said it. And I'm not sorry.
That's not true. One time I wanted to try fisting, and he gave me 2 of his last Xanax from his prescription. Now that's what I call sacrifice.
The only thing he ever gave me was chlamydia when I borrowed his swimsuit at a pool party.
Well, that's what you get for borrowing a swimsuit off somebody listed as a gay public utility.
My mother was visiting for the weekend, so I threw her a pool party at his house while he was in Europe.
Did he know that he was letting you borrow his house?
Completely irrelevant. So, when do we get to see this basic bitch Eternal Flame?
Well, we can't see it right now.
Why?
Because it's fire season. Duh.
You know, you really should get naked and do some drugs, darling. You'll feel much better.
Thank you. I feel fine.
Do you? Because that scowl on your face looks like mayo that's been sitting in the sun. Why don't you come here and let Andy Stanley read your cards? Nice arm candy, by the way. You plan on keeping this one around for a while?
I hope so. I married him. Why'd you...
It takes more than just a contract to keep someone you love.
So you're going to use your cards to tell the story of my marriage?
The cards are about the stories we tell ourselves.
You don't remember me, do you?
Of course I remember you. Remember what I told you when you first moved to LA and came knocking on my door begging for a job?
You called me silly.
I said moving across the country to a city where you didn't know anyone for a man you barely knew was silly.
We're in love.
Well then, that's not silly at all. Love is not a feeling. It's a choice. One human being choosing another. You've chosen him. But it remains to be seen if he's going to choose you over everything else in this world.
Or what? Die a violent death?
The death card is not what you think it is. Death is change. One thing changes into something different. And yes, change, real change, is always violent. You need to come right for me.
You had your chance a year ago and you didn't hire me then.
You didn't have the connections you do now.
Or the Pulitzer.
Or that either.
You want me to write for CelebrityNews.Flash? I don't report gossip. I report the news.
The news in Southern California is the same every day. People are killing each other and it's hot as hell outside. Love, betrayal, sex, money. That's what people really care about. Come work for me, and you can write about whatever you want, as long as it's interesting.
I detest everything you stand for.
And I could eat you with a spoon and some cupcake sprinkles on top.
Okay, give it to me.
He killed another lawyer.
Again? This is like the third one. He's really racking them up.
It's 4 if you count the fire.
Don't you have any good news?
I've already got another one lined up.
And the computer file?
I've already been to the office and I've
the
changed all the passwords.
And what about the ashes?
Do you care?
No. So, is this lawyer gonna blow all the bike messengers like the last one did?
I don't think so. He's married. Seems pretty milquetoast.
The husband better not be a problem.
He seems pretty nice.
Yeah, it's the nice Christians that shank you in the back while singing Praise Jesus. So, what's his name?
Nolan A something.
Check your text. I want to know what I'm paying.
Nolan Anderson.
Nolan Anderson, the journalist.
I don't know. I'd never heard of the guy before a couple of days ago.
And check his photo.
Yep, that's him. Well, fuck. All right, I've got another mess to clean up.
Before you go, we need to shut off his megaphone. What do we have down at the Tribune?
There's that guy that did the thing.
Call him.
Say what?
Whatever, anything, some bullshit. Market conditions are forcing layoffs in the newspaper industry.
That doesn't work.